Hey friends, welcome to practice. Today's class is going to be another 30-ish, 25 to 30 minute embodied, mellow, feel good, stretchy flow. As always, please take whatever modifications you need. If your body wants to go somewhere else with the pose, by all means explore there. This practice is for you. This practice is your sacred time to reconnect with your body and just with yourself. So that being said, set your space up for comfort and for presence. So music, candles, comfy clothes, bolsters. I would recommend having a block in this class. We're going to do half moon at some point. So if you want to make that balance pose just a little bit more accessible, a block would be great. Before we begin, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with others, and then I do have my Venmo link listed below. If you're in a place to donate, that's amazing. I thank you. I put a lot of effort into these videos, but I want you here either way. So we're gonna get started standing today. At the top of your mat, find a mountain pose. Feet are hip width distance apart. Roll your shoulders onto your back body and turn your palms forward. Close your eyes down and take a big inhale so your breath fills up the whole length of your body, growing you taller. And exhale, softly let it go. Feeling a coming home, a coming back to center. Inhale, fill up, expand. Exhale, soften into what is here, into the core layers of you. One more breath here to arrive. Softly blink your eyes open. Interlace your fingers and then turn your palms inside out. Round through your back body as you do so. We're gonna take some movement, but just through the upper and mid spine. So try to keep your belly button and your pelvis relatively neutral. So on an exhale, round through the upper back body. Inhale, look up, gaze up, pinky fingers reach into the space behind you. Exhale, round the upper body forward as you press your palms forward. Inhale, open up. Find a little back bend. Keep your core and your glutes slightly engaged. Exhale, push your palms forward. Press your heart into the space behind you. One more here. Good. Exhale, release your arms. Just take a little twist side to side. Let your arms dangle and sway. You can go as fast or as slow as you want. It doesn't need to look a certain way. That's the rule in this class. Just let it feel good. Good. Now put your hands onto your pelvis and let your pelvis rock side to side, right and left. Keep your knees relatively straight. So we really feel this on your QL muscle on the side of your waist and the back of your waist. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms high, interlace your fingers, turn your palms inside out, and then step your left foot back behind your right. Find a curtsy lunge side stretch. Right knee is slightly bent, and we're finding length from our left pinky finger all the way down the left edge of our body to our toes. Breathe in here, peel your heart up to the sky. Good, exhale, come to center. Shift your weight into your left foot and step your right foot off to the left side of the mat. Breathe in, find some length along the right side of the body. Exhale to stay, bend slightly into your left knee. Inhale to curl your heart up under your right elbow. And exhale, come to center. One more breath in to find a little back bend. And exhale, bring your hands to your thighs. We're gonna find a standing cat-cow. So inhale, pull your hands into your knees, thread your heart through your shoulders and lift your sit bones into the space behind you. Exhale, push your hands into your knees, tuck your chin into your chest and round through the back body. Inhale to open up. Exhale to round and compress. Close your eyes and take a few more rounds here. If you want to shift more side to side, bending one knee and then the other, shifting your ribs right and left. Those are good options too. Again, just tune into your body today. Each day is different. Each practice is different physically and emotionally. So just honor where you are today without comparing it to previous times or without wanting it to look a certain way. Let's take one more inhale to open up across our belly and chest. And exhale, push and round. Good. Place your right hand onto a block or onto the mat. We're going to take a half moon Ardha Chandrasana. So peel your left shoulder up, your left arm up to the sky, and then stack your left hip on top of your right. Stay flexed out through your left ankle. Press out through your left heel. And breathe into each and every line that your body is going. Inhale, stretch a little bit longer, a couple millimeters more. Exhale, fold. Bring your left knee into your chest. Plant your left fingertips down. From here, you can take the option of a super soldier. Bring your right hand to your left foot. And then inhale, kick your left knee up towards the sky. Kick your left foot into your right hand. Exhale to stay grounded into your right foot. Inhale, engage your left glute, open up a little bit more. And exhale, plant your left foot next to your right. Hands to knees, a couple rounds of your standing cat-cow. Good, shift your weight into your left foot. Bring that block underneath your palm if you want. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Open your body to the right side of the mat, lifting your right and arm and leg up. Stack your right hip on top of your left and drive your hip points over towards the right. Press out through your right heel and reach up through your right fingertips. One more breath to expand as much as you can. Exhale, come to a fold. Right fingertips land, right knee into chest. Option to put your left hand on top of your right foot and then open your right knee up to the sky. Exhale, stay grounded in your left foot. Inhale, engage your outer right glute to lift a little higher. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend one knee and then the other knee. Shake out your head. Good. Bring your toes out and your heels in slightly. Drop your hips in between your heels. Find a Malasana yogi squat at the top of the mat. And from here, we're going to shift forward a little bit. So our palms are planted. We're sending our weight into our knuckles and our finger pads. And bring your heels off the mat. So we're now on the balls of our feet. So it's kind of this Malasana crow prep toe stand. Just bounce forward and backwards until you feel a nice middle ground here where you're not all the way back on your heels and you're not all the way forward onto your fingertips. So a place of a little bit less effort and more ease. And from here, roll your right shoulder to your right ear. Stick your left ribs out to the left. Chin to chest. Left ear, left shoulder, ribs stick out to the right. Chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder. Move through the other side. Just explore here. So maybe you want to take full circles with the neck and the head. Maybe you want to take barrel rolls through the ribs, shifting them in a full circle. And then switch directions of the circle. Come back through center, pull your chest through your shoulders. And then sit down onto your bottom. Find Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Soles of the feet touch and the knees splay out wide. Good. Rock your weight onto your right sit bone and then your left, right, and left. Next time you rock over onto the right sit bone, let your left knee collapse onto your right. Plant your right hand behind you and then sweep your left arm up and overhead so your left bicep is framing your left ear. We're facing the right side of our mat. Exhale, come through center. Plant your left hand behind you. Right knee stacks on top of left. Right arm stretches up and over. Exhale, come through center. Take another on each side. Left knee to stack on right. Right hand plants. Left side body spreads. Exhale through center. Make it flowy and fluid as you drop over to the left and stretch the right side body. Good. One more over to the right, planting right hand, reaching left fingertips back. This time thread the needle. Bring your left arm, your left hand underneath your right armpit and maybe lower down towards your left elbow. Maybe not all the way. Inhale to sweep open. Exhale, roll to the other side. Inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, thread the needle. Right hand comes underneath left elbow and right elbow reaches towards the mat. Find a twist through the upper spine. Good, inhale back up. Exhale, center. One more on each side. Move with your own breath, let it feel good. Finish up on the last side. And when you're ready, scoot your bottom back, roll over your ankles, plant through your palms. Tuck your toes and glide your hips back, downward facing dog. Keep plenty of bend in your knees just to feel out this shape for the first time today. Bend one knee and then the other. And we'll take a similar shape to that super soldier and the half moon that we started with. Send your weight into your left foot. Inhale, sweep your right heel high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your right knee, open your hip. Let your heart and your pelvis spiral open to the right. Right heel hugs into your glute. Good. Exhale, plant your right foot next to your left. Inhale to lift your heels high. Exhale, swivel your heels, let them drop over to the right. Tent onto your left fingertips and stretch through the left side body. Good, plant down through both palms and left foot. Inhale, right heel high. Exhale, bend your right knee, open your hip. Inhale, re-straighten. Exhale, land your right foot down. Lift up through your heels on an in-breath. And exhale, pivot your heels to the right. Bend your knees and sink your hips back. We'll stay here for a couple breaths. Tenting onto your left fingertips, gazing under your left armpit. One more inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale, three-legged dog, right heel lifts. Exhale, find a deer pose. So bring your right knee behind your right wrist like you're setting up for pigeon, but keep your knees plenty bent and your toes pointed. Inhale, find some length through your spine. Exhale, we're gonna fold over our right shin. Find a nice hip opener here. Roll left shoulder down. And check in, just notice, are you holding tension anywhere that you don't need to be? And that goes for the body, for your neck and your jaw and the muscles around your eyes, your low back, your toes, let your toes soften. And that also goes for the other layers of you, so mentally, emotionally, spiritually, relationally. Notice a place of tension that comes up. Know that if we are able to sit with that here in stillness and pause in a more calm environment, that we can carry that release of tension or that de-escalation, if that's a word, and the energy of it as we move out. Lift up, plant your hands at the top of the mat to frame out your right knee. Tuck your left toes. Inhale, three-legged dog one more time. Exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down. Take a twisted lizard lunge. Right arm back strokes behind you as you twist your heart to the right, and then curl your left heel into glute, option to capture the back foot. Broaden across your collarbones. Sink your left hip down. Take a breath in. Good. Exhale, gently release the hold of your left foot. Find a lizard lunge, so chest faces forward now. And dip one shoulder and then the other towards the center of the mat. Almost like an oscillating cobra, but we're in our lizard lunge shape. And then keep this dipping of the shoulders as you straighten your left leg. Finding a modified half splits. If the shoulders feel like too much, don't worry about it. Take whatever feels good. But just find some movement and some exploration and fluidity here. You can floss back and forth, bending right knee, straightening right knee. Couple times. Good. Next time you bend into your right knee, plant your right palm down. Swivel your left foot out to the right, and then pelvis and chest open to the left. We're finding a modified side angle. If you want to prop your right knee or elbow on your right knee, you can. Sweep your left arm forward, so fingertips are facing the front of the mat, and take some big circles and sweeps through your left arm. Maybe switch the direction of your circles, and as you move your arm, let it move your rib cage and your chest and even your lower hip, so we feel the right hip bone scooping underneath our body. Good, one more. Exhale, plant your hands on the inside of your right foot. Tuck your left toes, step back, downward facing dog. Walk out your dog, feel your body out, see what feels different or the same. Move through the other side. Send your weight into your right foot. Inhale, sweep left heel high. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your left knee, open your hip. Let your heart spiral to the left as well. Hug your left heel into your glute. And stretch left knee up to the sky. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, three-legged dog, square the hips. Exhale, left foot plants. Inhale, lift both heels. Exhale, pivot them over to the left. Bend your knees, tent up onto your right fingertips. Inhale into your right lung. And exhale, plant palms down. Pivot your right toes to face the front. Inhale, sweep left heel high. Exhale, bend your knee, open your hip and your heart to the left. Inhale, square your hips, straighten your left leg. Exhale, lower left toes down. Breathe in, lift your heels. Breathe out, pivot your heels to the left, bend your knees, send your right hip crease back, and tent onto your right fingertips. Couple of breaths here in your side body stretch. Press down through your left palm and up through your right hip. One more inhale. Exhale to center. Sweep left heel high. Exhale, deer pose. Point your left knee in the very center of the mat. Lower into your left hip. And then bring your right knee to the sole of the left foot. Inhale, find some length out of your spine. Exhale, fold over your left shin. And let yourself melt into this hip opener. Again, notice where you can release tension. Maybe you roll your forehead left and right on the back of your forearm or your wrist or a block. Notice where your mind is at. What are you thinking about? What are you anxious about? What is calling and pulling you away from here and now? And just know that those things are important too. They're not to be ignored, but in some sense we do need to compartmentalize sometimes, address the things when they need to be addressed, and then put them aside for a while. Take a big breath in. And then open your mouth for your exhale. Look forward. Hands frame your left knee. Tuck your right toes. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg high. Exhale, left foot steps to the outside of your left hand. Lower your right knee down and take those little shoulder dips side to side. Eventually start straightening-ish into your left leg, finding a half split, it's a modified version, with little wiggles along the way. Maybe you bend and straighten your left leg. Next time you bend into your left knee, plant your left palm down, kickstand your right foot so it comes underneath the left side of the body, and then open your right arm up to the sky. Modified assigned angle. You can also prop your left elbow onto your left knee. Take some big circles out with your right arm. Let that opening of the arm open your shoulder and your chest and your ribs and your belly. Then switch the direction of your circles. Good. Face the front of the mat. Tuck your right toes. Plant your palms. Step back. Downward facing dog. Just 2 breaths here. Close your eyes. Find some symmetry. And then sink both knees down to the mat gently. Untuck your toes. Hips back to heels. Find a kneeling pose. And we're going to find a little bit of a fluid spinal roll from our kneeling to a tabletop cat-cow. So hands come onto our knees. On an inhale, roll your hands up towards your hips. Press your heart forward. Drop your head back. Exhale, tuck chin to chest, round through the back body. Hands slide forward all the way onto your mat, and you shift into a rounded cat tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly, open your chest, cow pose. Exhale, sit your hips to your heels, find kneeling, and the little rounding of your spine as you slide your hands back. Inhale, kneeling, cow pose. Open your heart, drop your head back. Exhale, round, tuck chin. Slide your hands forward onto the mat. Shift into tabletop with a rounded cat spine. Inhale, open up to cow pose. Exhale, sit hips back to heels. As you do, let it round your spine. And tuck your chin, hands slide back. Inhale, cow pose in your kneeling position. Exhale, tuck. Round, slide forward. cat. Inhale, tabletop cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your tail. Thread your heart through your shoulders. Exhale, sit hips back to heels. Find a rounding as you slide your hands back. 2 more rounds, just move on your own. If this doesn't serve you, find something different that does. Be soft with your hands when they land. Finish up your last breath or 2. Meet in a kneeling pose. Take 1 breath in just to roll your shoulders out, backwards, and then 1 breath to roll them out forwards. Releasing any tension. Maybe you take those little shoulder dips forward and back, stretching through the back of the ribs and the heart. And walk your hands forward. We'll find a modified puppy pose. Melt your heart down to the mat. Keep your hips stacked over your knees and lower down onto your elbows. So elbows are forehead or on the mat. This is a more gentle version of puppy. Take a rock onto left elbow and left knee, and then a rock over to the right side. Noticing how this opens up the outsides of the shoulders. How it massages the forehead. Maybe you relax the furrowing of your brow, which we do so much more than you might notice. And eventually untuck your toes, glide back to a child's pose. Palms can be down, planted onto the earth, or you can turn your palms upwards. We're going to rest here in silence for a few breaths, for a few moments. And the ask is just that you become as soft through your skin as you can. So it's like your breath is a little massage through your whole body, reaching all the way down towards your low back. You have the option to stay here as long as you want or need. If you're ready to transition out of the practice, keep your eyes closed and softly roll forward, come to a seat. Crossing 1 ankle in front of the other, hands onto your thighs. We'll take a breath together here, empty the air from your lungs. And then inhale, fill up all the way to the top. Hold for just a second. And exhale. As you open your mouth, roll your shoulders back and let it go. Hands can come to your heart center or to third eye. And maybe just take a bow in gratitude for the practice and for the other human souls who are joining you here. I'm grateful that you joined me today. I enjoy that class. I love this style. I want you to make it your own, so please always feel free to rest more. We don't give ourselves enough permission to just kind of melt. So yeah, I will do more of these. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.